My name is ischju, and today we're gonna do a post-game analysis of a game I had with this IP on OSPDM5, or also called Deep Inside. And what I'm trying to do is to explain to you more about which I will refer to as micro decisions. I call these like why do I strafe to the right here, or why do I go back to take the yellows, and all these small decisions that add up to a greater one influencing the game. And you will see that especially around quad time. I do have a couple of good quad runs in the demo, and you'll see that I actually trying to work my way there. And my job on the map is basically to take the higher yellow and the lower yellow, and obviously the shaft, the rocket, and just secure that area. That helps my team to limit the resources that the other team has, because that means that only the red armor is available and the mega health. So you will see me at times not attacking when my entire team does. That's because I sort of have my own role and I play how I see fit best. And that might sometimes look like, you know, I'm not helping out the team, but in the long run, when I have the resources, I can, you know, attack the quad or just do damage at times when my team can't. So that way I'm trying to balance that fact out. And it works quite well on OSPDM5 because it's got so many resources, and if you're cycling between these yellows, you're bound to run into a lot of opponents. Oftentimes I even run into 2 people or even 3, because the problem is there's usually no one that helps me in that area. So I often have to face a couple of opponents myself. Well, that's okay because I've got a reasonable amount of stack. So, but let's just look into it, and I'm just gonna load up the demo right here. It's Deep Inside once again. A very famous TDM map, and we're gonna go ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, really, actually it's not a bad spawn here. Just get the shotgun and obviously take the jump pad right away, because I knew there was someone at yellow, so there was no need to go there. And I catch IP or 421 or Fortune off guard here, and I'm actually going down to the mega because I knew that he would spawn there. So I tried to catch him a bit earlier, but I sadly didn't. And here I was hiding behind the corner, trying to gain some speed and then attack Fortune, which worked out quite well. But I sort of got stuck there and didn't really hit my shots. And here I mess up the jump. However, I got the second red armor, and now I know that I missed the quad. So the best thing that I can do is just hide, because I got a really big stack here. I got 100, so I'm just gonna camp here, because that's basically here, right here. It's the best, it's the best way to camp, because it's got the corners, and when you have the rocket launcher, even the quad can't really do much. And here I string together a couple of good frags, and I see I get railed, so I just swoop down, because I know if I had, decided to actually stay at the mega, only one of my guys was there, and that was Keki, but he was at the banger. So jumping up the jump pad once again would have just I would have just received even more damage. And here you see even my mates just spawning and just rushing to rail, and now I'm coming. I'm just trying to clean the area as I got the call. And here I've sort of a bad weapon choice. I should have maybe used a rocket, or maybe rocket instead. I didn't really hit my shots there. Anyway, it's pretty close so far, and I know this is the 3rd shaft into the game. I think it's the 3rd shaft. 150, usually that's when the 3rd shaft spawns. So I'll grab it and just try to rush. And here you see me strafing to the right, because I knew it was fairly low. So I want to make sure that I strafe into that 25 HP bubble, making sure that I actually kill that opponent. It always depends on what weapon he has. If he had, used the rocket launcher, I would have probably not done it. Would have just strafed a little bit further away, and then just maybe eventually running into it. But you have to be really careful. It always depends on what weapon the opponent uses. Alright, here I'm dropping down. I'm actually ignoring that enemy down there because I wanted to see if the yellow was up. Because quad is fairly soon, so I wanted to get some resources, and that's why I'm heading back here actually. Running into Sparty, and I see everyone already there jumping up. Good timing, and obviously that is the second quad, and here's the shotgun. And here, very interesting, because I knew that I had to drop down and get the 25 HP bubbles. So I was really fortunate to get the 25 HP bubbles and not die prior to that. And taking the red armor before the HP bubble is very, very important, because I would have lost time taking the 25 HP bubbles, and it's more important for me at that time to get the red armor than the HP. And here I should have used chaff because I just fucked up, and that's why I actually dropped down, because I knew, okay, you can't win this fight, so always keep your exits open, if you will. And now I'm camping behind that stone there, just because I've got only 1 HP, and so no health up, but the yellow's up, and I managed to deny it. Actually, that's the best possible outcome I could have done with that 1 HP. Nothing was up, and yeah. So going back to the yellow, that is usually my main incentive, just trying to gather as many yellows as possible. Not much is going on. I know rail is safe, so there's no need for me to help out. I just need to gather as many resources as possible. And here I missed up a little bit of the shotgun, but I know I'm just gonna use that pillar to hide and try to do as much damage as possible. And I knew he would spawn there, so actually it was pretty even for both of us, but I should have really killed him earlier. But shotgun is sometimes really unpredictable, and you have to land the first big shot, and it's better. And here, really good plasma work. I really like that. Obviously, them taking the jump pad, it was a really easy kill, really easy kill for me. So no need. But now I have to rush to the quad. I know it's quad time, and obviously I'm too late. So I'll just try to hide. And here I do, just trying to figure out where the opponent comes from, because I've got many options. I can do to the left, to the right. I can just go back to the yellow or to the jump pad. And here, instead of going up, I'm actually waiting because I was a bit too late. So if I actually had taken the jump pad, we would have hurt me anyway. So it was like, yeah, I would have died anyway. And the nade that I spent up there was because I assumed he was going to the rocket launcher. So he would have actually stepped on it in case he would have. It's not just spam. It's actually spam that is supposed to do something or prevent the opponent from going somewhere. Anyway, red pin taken up, so I can easily make that jump over here. I see the rocket launcher. Taking it. Oh, let's see what's going on. I should get my ass back to the yellows because I just took the red. However, my mates called me. Red armor was insecure, and here I dropped down because I knew if I had strafed forward, I would have died. Because I had really bad positioning on him, and then he would have had more time. He would have hit me first with a shotgun blast, so that's why I had to drop down. Anyway, quad is up fairly soon. I'm already trying to set up here. Oh, I get railed. And now teams are tied, so it's pretty close map up to this point. And obviously I need to gather any weapons, but I'll just go down. And here he was low, and I was hoping that the 25 HP bubbles were not there, but sadly I misjudged that situation a bit. But nobody's perfect. At least I did some damage, and quad damage has been taken from our team. I just want to get that rocket launcher and get back to the yellows where I belong. And here, wrap up an easy kill. You will see myself spamming to that spawn point there. I do that all the time. It's a bad habit, or an old habit. Sometimes it works out, but I usually have enough rockets so I can afford it. And here I actually take the jump pad and strafe to the left, because I knew they were standing there with rail, so I couldn't really go straight up because they would have had an easy angle on me. So I just strafed to the left, making sure they don't hit me, and it actually worked out pretty well. And here I decided to switch to rocket launcher because I wasn't hitting with the rail. But I really need some health. I see the 25 HP bubble, so I might as well just go for it. And here do a mistake as well. I was trying to get a good shot on someone who might have been at Mega, but I exposed myself too much, so don't do that. Don't expose yourself in that area. Easy kill. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in there because I know there's someone. But I heard he was up at the 25 HP bubble, so there was a brief seconds where I could actually get out. So what to do? Now we're trying to find a way into the rail, because at the moment it's quite locked down, so I'm not even bothering to go there. Just trying to gather as many resources as possible. And here's the yellow. I've got a good timing on it. And here, some speed around the corner. I know might even get that guy, but the problem in that situation was that I lost a lot of speed going up the stairs. So my movement had been better. I would have maybe been able to kill them. And I switched to rocket launcher because I wanted to do as much damage as possible. So I wasn't really hitting the shaft because he was too close. So I sort of had to switch over. That's basically the nade spam that you have to do, because it's sort of predicting that he's going to the red armor and that he actually eats that. Otherwise it's really hard to hit anything in that red armor area with the nades. And here I get spawn raped a bit. Not much I can say at this point, and there I was hoping he would actually just take the health and then jump, because that would have meant I would have gotten, you know, a clean shot of shaft onto him. But that didn't work out. But I just killed that other guy with the shaft. That was pretty nice. It destroyed his momentum. Once I've locked him down with the shaft, I could have just stayed there, because I really slowed him down and he didn't really hit the rockets to bounce me up, so I knew I could take him. And here I get a bit greedy. Luckily I found an exit, but I get killed in the process. So shaft should be up fairly soon. Might just go back here. I know I just saw someone I can't really attack with the MG, so go back. Shaft actually was not up. That's a bit unfortunate for me, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, now I'm just gonna disappear because I know when he takes a jump head I'm gonna take unnecessary damage, so I need a weapon. Now we're gonna set up for the quad, so I know Keki's over there. The other two are at the quad as well, or the other three right now, and I know I have to get to the quad because Noah was standing on it, but that's why I actually just decided to jump over it in the last second, because nobody else did it. And here I wrap up a lot of frags. I just wanted to get that spawn frag. And now he actually spawns, I think. Yeah, there you go. There I take him. I took that rather awkward angle for him so that he couldn't hit my rockets. That's why I went that way. Also, it was a bit unpredictable. Whee!
Excellent.
Rocket in the face. Yeah, so here wrap up loads of frags, spamming a point a bit. There's no need to go into that fight because I knew he had a shaft, and now I'm just gonna try to be sneaky, lay down some damage with a rocket, because that's my advantage. I had a rocket, so I could just hide in, just pop out, shoot a rocket, and hopefully hit him. Then just finish him off with a shotgun. And here I'm just trying to work the angles once again. Just use the rocket launcher to spam, so that they can't really walk into that, and then just go back when you have the feeling that the opponent sort of is a bit further away. And also he had a plasma gun, so I knew the further I get away from him, the better my chances are. In close combat I can... it's really risky because plasma gun does do tons of damage. And here should have used you really used the rocket launcher, but shotgun... I just love shotgun, so I like to stick to it because you're always bound to hit. So 12:30. We got 10 frags more at the moment, so it's going upward. And here I'm gonna rocket jump up because the new quad was up. That was a really nice attack, and there's a Twix. There are a couple of ways to attack the quad. You can basically just take the jump pad and whatever, but the fastest way is indeed just the rocket jump, and also it's rather unpredictable because they don't think you're gonna, you know, rocket jump up. And also when you take the jump pad, they hear you taking the jump pad, so they can lay down more damage. So actually taking the rocket launcher and just taking that route sometimes really works out. And here I can't lock down the opponent and my sensitivity is fucked up, so yeah. So that was a nice quad steal. Yeah, no need to attack Fortune there. I only have a minigun. Yellow's not up. I haven't really got any timing on the items, so I'm just trying to grab a shotgun or anything that is worth you know, grabbing. I heard someone spawn there, but my shaft was humming, so he probably figured, oh, I'm not gonna go there. So smart decision from the other player. Easy damage here, laid down. I want to stand in there. I don't want to take unnecessary risk taking that jump pad, so I just went back. I actually wanted to have that mega. Bitch, you took it. Yeah, once again, you see me in the water, taking the yellow, taking the shaft once again, so I'm really happy down here. And here I was like slowing down. I was hoping he was actually going for the shaft, so that's why I just switched to the weapon, just faking I was gone. But he took the jump pad. So quad is fairly soon. Sort of a problem here because I'm lone, so I'm just dropping down, trying to avoid unnecessary damage, and that was actually a smart decision, as I was able to at least, yeah, I was able to kill two guys there with minimum health. And there the rocket actually worked out, and I know he's gonna walk up stairs. Actually pretty hard to hit, so you always have to be really aware that when they take the stairs, you know, just don't necessarily hit the first rocket straight away, or just shoot the first rocket straight away. Just try to find an easy angle on the opponent, because with him being a spawn, he doesn't have much health and armor, or just health in general. Ah, khaki blocker. The yellow was taken, and you see myself always looking down like very quickly, that sudden mouse movement. It's always to see whether or not the item's up. Yeah, and that's what you gotta do. With shotgun you always want to jump into other people's faces, and I knew he had the rail, so I knew I could pull it off. If he had, you know, been using a shaft, that would have been different again. And once again, shotgun really works well around corners, so you just hide, pop round, shoot, hide, pop round, and shoot. It always works very well. That's why the weapon is so effective. And here I don't want to expose myself too much. I don't want to get hit by rail. Just trying to use sound clues here. I'm dropping down because I knew Fortune was there with the rail. So easy grab for me here. I actually don't know how I hit that rail, but yellow again. Got up soon. I know someone is jumping over there, so they are distracted, and now I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. But didn't really work out in the process. And here I did really nice MD jam it, but that's basically because he didn't strafe properly. I knew he was going for the nades, and he didn't really strafe there, so that was really a big mistake from him. That's why I was able to kill him so quickly. Not much going on here. Again, you see me whoring in the water. Just always trying to keep a really good stack. we'll switch to shotgun because yeah, once you're mid or low range, you always want to switch to shotgun if you can. Yeah, and here I knew I could just press forward because he was really low and he couldn't really challenge me, so I spawned freshly with MG. Easy red armor pickup for me, and here I might even hit that rocket right in the face. It wasn't really his fault because he acted very predictable, and the rocket also was fairly lovely. Yeah, here just tried to get, you know, a good rear shot on them, but I couldn't. And you see myself always positioning myself so I have, you know, an exit. I was going into that red armor room with a lot of speed, trying to surprise them, but as I saw that there were two, there was no need to just go in and, like, you know, be a retard. Always keep your distance. And here I'm just spamming left and right because I know there's not much he can do when I spam to the left and to the right, so he eventually has to pop round and eat a rocket. Actually worked quite well. And here I'm actually dropping down once again, and I knew I had to drop down once again. I'm just trying to, you know, not take unnecessary damage, because if I had stayed there I would have died anyway. So just drop down. I saw I was caught out of position, so you just drop down. So I'm trying to get a better angle on him. And yeah, only 1 minute left here. Party is so kind to give me a shaft rocket. Yep. Now, the closer you get to him, just switch to rocket and you will do instant damage. Very easy kill. There's no need to waste your shaft ammo because it's very helpful in the lower corridors. But you actually need it. You don't need it in, you know, close combat. Yeah, that was about it. Game is over. So yeah, to sum this up, I hope you guys learned something about my particular role on the map, what I do, and how it eventually affected the game. And also we talked about positioning, how to position yourself on the map, what weapons to take in which situations, and also these small little things about movement and how to dodge your opponent if necessary. So yeah, I want to say thank you to Zero Cure, who was so kind to edit the movie, because I haven't got the video editing skills. And also thanks to Fragstar and SteelSeries.